So let's check in with our field reporter Heidi Watney, who spoke earlier with some players from both sides about what it means for them to be playing in the World Series. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. As you might expect, these guys were beyond excited to get this World Series underway when I talked to them earlier.
Leading off for
they
the Dodgers,
absolutely dominated
the
on
right
their way
fielder,
here by sweeping the
Cody
LCS in 4 games.
Bellinger.
And that has them feeling ultra confident about their chances in this Fall Classic. However, a number of the players acknowledge that the guys in the other dugout are going to be just as hungry for a World Championship, so they know they are going to be tested every step of the way in this series.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Yeah! And this is on the outside corner for strike one. The Minnesota Twins are over the hump at long last. Nearly 30 years after their last World Series appearance, they've found their way back into the Fall Classic.
And Matt, you got to believe the Twin Cities, how hungry they have to be for this one. You think of how close they've come in the last few decades, how tantalizing it must have been. And now they got a chance to make it all worth it.
Boy, Dero, you go back to that 1991 World Series, that was an all-time classic. If this one is half as fun as that one, we are in for one heck of a ride.
Well, the Dodgers made their third World Series appearance in the last 4 years.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Fouled off. Another 0-2 home. Swing and a miss on the fastball.
The dynasty that almost was. The Dodgers losing the 2017 and 18 World Series back-to-back.
Now batting.
He's taking
The shortstop.
Corey zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses, and a lot of strikeouts, and no walks either.
Hit hard to the right, but foul. Ready with the 0-2. Fouled away. Ready with another 0-2. Changed up on him here, and this is grounded to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 31, Jock.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is.
Ooh, only pitching to 50, too. Nice.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. There's a chopper foul off to the left as the count moves to 0-2.
Real magnificent
punch out of the ball game, and that one.
It feels that nice having an ace and number 1 guy.
For the Twins.
Like, yeah, I did trade for Castillo
Ready
for real.
with the first
By
pitch.
Red.
Here it comes.
I love that.
Buxton. 1-0.
I mean, I've had that happen a few times, but still, it always feels good. Especially because in this case, you know, for example, that happened with Blake Snell. Blake Snell was my number 1 guy in Tampa. A guy like Barrios hasn't exactly proven himself yet. He has the potential, but he hasn't done it yet. Snell has. Former Cy Young. Let's go.
Into center field, line drive base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously
the batter, number 11,
another base
shortstop,
hit. Leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason.
Blanco.
Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there at short. And that
I wanted to run
becomes
first
the
pitch,
first
but I
down of
think
the
it's
inning.
pitch up for sure.
Now
Josh
batting.
Donaldson digging
The
in
first
now.
baseman.
Comes in 0 for
Josh
2 thus far.
Donaldson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch
Count
outside
1-0.
the throw.
But you still can't catch him.
Time as he steals second.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Here comes the 1-0.
Ooh.
Slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball.
Oh, wow.
How about that for a play?
What a
Laying out
fucking
to take
catch.
away a hit. Wow.
Now batting, catcher,
And partner will
Mitch
slow this way down.
Garver.
In super slow-mo, and you see him just extend as far as he can to pull this in. That's a fantastic
Almost
play.
caught me napping.
He has to dive, but he's back in easily.
But I'm not going to run with him.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. High and deep to right center. Back goes Taylor.
Bomba squad. 2-run shot Garver. 3-0 lead.
Home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center.
Circle.
His first homer here in the series. And the Twins have made it a 3-0 ball game.
What's that sound? I've never seen that sound.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno. Number
now
one,
batting,
you got to get
left
on the
fielder,
heater and adjust to
Eddie
everything else, and he did just that.
Rosario.
So now to the plate, Eddie Rosario. Ball 1 to start the at-bat.
Hey, where the fuck did this power come
1-0.
from? Insane.
Swing and a long drive again.
I just missed that
This one to deep center.
No, I didn't. Back-to-back bomba, Garver, Rosario.
Back-to-back 2-out home run.
A lot of fireworks from this team. Now we're on the biggest stage.
Shot to dead center. His first homer so far in the series. And the Twins are looking good here, up 4-0.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself.
Now batting,
over the heart of the
the
plate.
third baseman,
Here's Miguel Sano.
Miguel.
So
No,
take a
no.
look at ball 1.
Good take.
2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far.
Ooh.
1-0 pitch is a slider.
I got
Swung
one
on
ball,
and
one
missed.
strike.
1-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
That was a
Here's
hanger.
another one that's drilled. This one to left.
3
Back goes
in
Peterson.
a row.
Outta here.
Bomba, bomba,
And
bomba.
How about that? Back to back to back. home
Garver,
run.
Rosario, Sano. 3 in a row.
Solo shot that time for Miguel Sano.
That one barely got up, but we'll take it.
Here in the series, and the Twins have extended their lead to 5-0.
Now
Well,
batting,
this is amazing
right fielder,
here. 3 home
Max
runs in a row. I've actually been
Kepler.
a part of a similar situation, sandwiched in between Rafael Furcal and Gary Sheffield back in the early 2000s. What a moment. All the boys are going nuts. For 3 guys to do it, it's pretty special.
Swinging
Damn,
a
that
hard
was a
liner
hanger
to center
too.
field. And he'll get there in plenty of time
But
to
a
put
5-0
this one away.
lead now through 5.
Next up is Max Muncy. He'll lead it
Leading
off
off
here
for the
against
Dodgers.
Jose Barrios.
The Bomba
first
squad
baseman.
doing their
And
thing.
it's
Jose
fouled
Barrios
away.
doing his. He can do no
Muncy.
wrong right now.
Here's a
Right
late
now it's
No
swing and
ball,
miss,
2
strike
strikes.
2.
Domination.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Now batting,
First offering
Number
on its
9.
way. Gavin Lux is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Line drive to center field.
It'll be interesting to see what they
Buxton
do with
is
this
there now,
game,
and he has
considering
it,
there's
2
going to be a
gone.
universal DH this year now.
now batting, catcher,
And if they do it
Ready to
next
deliver.
Will
Here's the first pitch.
Smith.
Like,
And
I don't know
fouls
if
this
in
one
real
off.
life it's happening next year. I don't remember. I know
No
it's happening
runs,
this
no
year. So
hits,
next year,
1
if it's
error
not
in the
happening,
ballgame for
but
the
it happened
Dodgers
this
at
year,
point.
I don't.
It
Got
counts.
him to go after
0-2.
that one, and he's in a quick hole, 0-2.
Hey, this is
Three.
And he struck him
Unbelievable
out.
first 6
So it might
innings
be
for
time
Jose
to begin the
Barrios.
countdown as he's now gone through.
Your
Adam
attention,
Kolarek
please.
enters to do the pitching
Now
in the
pitching
bottom
for
of the
Los
6th.
Angeles, number 56,
Bottom of the inning
Adam
now. And digging
Kolarek.
in is the veteran DH, Nelson Cruz. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
It's a bold move
Kolarek
going to a lefty
is
with
among a
Cruz,
dying breed
Scope,
of those
and
lefty
Buxton up.
specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around
Yeah,
reliever
option right now,
usage.
though.
And it's quickly
Oh.
0-2. Kolarek is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Their count now at 2-2. Now here's the pitch.
I was zonked out for a second or something. There we go. Tough take.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to go.
What a battle, too. A lot of pitches low, a lot of sinkers. 8th pitch of the at-bat on the 3-2 count.
The next 3-2.
Damn. Yeah, I haven't lost a vacuum over there tonight.
The batter, number 19. Second baseman. Got us there. Go.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Reined in. And the throw.
Damn, Scope, you're going to get a fucking hit? I haven't had a hit since 1971.
The center fielder, number 25.
So
Byron.
In Byron Buxton.
Buxton.
He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He's got it. And the off-balance throw is
middle
right
infield
there
showing
for
some
the third
speed.
out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Justin
Leading off
Turner.
for the Dodgers.
And he'll get us started
The
in
third
what's
baseman,
officially the back
Justin
third of this one.
Turner.
And the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
In there for extra bases, and there goes the perfect game. And he
Perfect
is
from
into second
6.
base with a leadoff double. They
Now
finally
batting,
break through for
the
their
center
first
fielder,
hit of the ball
Ball,
game,
that's
so
low.
the no-hit bid
Taylor.
will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you
That's a
start
ball.
thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you
Ball
start
3.
looking ahead to
Wow.
what might happen.
That's a strike.
And that
Reno.
donut stares at you from an
Ball
offensive
4, that's
standpoint
out.
as
That's
well.
bullshit.
This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you
Now
know he's
batting,
grinding.
the designated hitter.
Very quickly, I'm thinking
Mookie.
you should sit down for a
One
minute
down.
and warm up. I warm up Sergio well.
No runs,
He's no
just
stranger
one
to
hit,
pitching in the
one
World Series.
error in the ball game for the Dodgers to this point. Fouled off. Here comes another 0-2. And he struck him
Beautiful
out.
strikeout.
And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
It's a huge at
Now
bat.
batting,
It's been a really rough
the
day
right
for
fielder,
this lineup.
0-1.
There's really
Cody
no other way to say it.
Bellinger.
Not a lot of good scoring
Ball
opportunities,
1.
and when they've
That's
had
a
them,
strike
like
on a
right
gorgeous
now,
I got a
pitch
ball,
and
one
dumb
strike.
piece of
uphill
shit
battle
back
for them
there.
to make anything positive happen.
I got the count.
Ball
1
with
and 2.
2 strikes now. Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul
should have been
ball.
strike
as the
3 on
count
that
holds
swing and
steady
miss.
at 1 and 2. Pulls this
Instead,
one
now it's a
high
2-run
and
game.
deep to right
That is
center
bullshit.
field.
Oh my god.
And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
They seem to forget that the game started a while ago, but better late than never, I guess. Sometimes
All right,
one
Doc,
big
you're
hit
in.
Up next
is
for
all
the
it takes
Dodgers,
to get a team going.
the
We'll
shortstop,
see if they can build on
Corey.
it and make a run here.
In
Ladies
there,
and
it's
gentlemen,
0-1.
your attention
You
please.
like the modern style of
Now
baseball.
fucking for
Here it
the
is.
shit.
Both starters kept
Number
their teams
21.
in the
Ball
game.
2.
It's close
Tyler.
right now. Now we hand it over to the
Jumpy.
nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared
Yeah,
back there.
absolutely
2 away.
fucked in that at bat.
Infield
The
in
left
the
fielder,
overshift
number
here,
31.
now the pitch.
Josh
And he'll power in a
Peterson.
fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
What's crazy to me is, well, he's probably only faced one lefty actually. Taylor Rogers has
Weak
opposing batting
grounder
average
down
for
the first
left-handed
base
batters
line.
is 1,000.
But this will get foul for strike 2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little
Ball.
bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his
Okay,
hands
so this
back.
guy clearly feels bad
3
for LA.
runs already home here. And he strikes
The
it
ball
out
doesn't
here, so
fucking
he's able
mind,
to stop
bitch.
the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. So
Ladies
they
and
get
gentlemen,
3 runs
please
on 2
join us
base
for the
hits, with one of them
traditional
being
damn, you know, I knew this would happen. I didn't go out tonight, and I thought about it. And if I figured if I go out, I'm gonna regret it and wish I didn't go out. And then if I stay in, I'm gonna wish I didn't go out. Wait, did I say that right? If I go out, I'm gonna regret it and wish I stay in. If I stay in, I'm gonna wish I went out. Yeah, that's what I meant. What the hell? It's weird.
Seventh inning.
Okay.
Into the box now.
We got ourselves a game again here.
Lifetime
I don't mean that in a good way. Well, I mean in an entertaining way, but not for me.
Jorge.
Here it comes.
Polanco.
Gavin Lux won't let a ball get by him. And Polanco didn't want to run hard out of the box, even though it looked like it was going to.
Now batting, first baseman.
Down to the plate, Josh Donaldson, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Ball.
Fastball here as we'll take a look at
Ball one, no
1-0.
strike.
They have a very potent offense, too. It's just not the greatest offense of all time. As weird as that sounds to say about a team here. Damn, I just missed that one.
Taylor is there.
That was a sinker that just didn't seem like it had any sink. Or it sank to where you don't want it to sink.
The catcher, number 8.
Stand in again
Mitch
as we flash you back to the
Garver.
middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. First pitch coming, here it is.
Mitch fucking Garver. All the way into the third deck. What a fucking shot. Oh my god. Bomba squad strikes again. Mitch Garver says, that was fucking crushed. That's one of the biggest home runs I've ever hit. Like, that ball just went so fucking high and far. Look where that landed. Launch angle of 30 degrees. Oh my god. 440, like, yeah, I've definitely hit longer than 447, don't get me wrong, but like, not that high. Just like, oh, that was just a perfect shot. Like, that's like a, oh god, listen to that sound too. Let me focus on Garver so the sound doesn't carry away. Listen to this. Oh, like, it just looks good off the bat too. Pulled it, but not by too much. Well, I mean, yeah, but like didn't pull it like fucking close to foul. Oh, I need a minute. Oh, what a home run. It's also got us back up to a 3-run lead, which is nice.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario.
1-0.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. This is drilled right into the shed. He'll step on the bag himself.
3-run lead. 8th inning we go.
Ready to begin the 8th.
And we got
the big bat of Max
the first baseman. Max Muncy. Your attention, please.
Gotta get that
Now
lefty batting average down.
Number 55.
Right now they're batting 1,000.
Taylor.
Good breaking ball there.
Roger.
Second strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
He struck him out. third time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes.
Number 9.
So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
No balls and a strike to count. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
0-2 is the count.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there. I know this hitter's looking for something up.
1 out, nobody on. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And there's out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers,
now with the plate,
the catcher,
Giles.
Will
Smith. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Good job of holding up on the low
that was a ball.
There,
I don't know why everyone's like, oh, the umpires.
Well, all of the umpires.
Swing, high drive,
Fuck Will
left
Smith,
field
fuck Will
and
Smith, fuck
deep.
Will Smith.
And
Nice.
We'll get
Fuck Will
there
Smith.
to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. So digging in now.
Leading off for the Twins,
trying to keep it going.
the third baseman,
Triple shot of the cycle for Sinner.
Dono.
First
Get
pitch
it.
on its way. On the ground up the middle.
I'm surprised you can get the bat to that ball. I don't want to swing at that pitch either. I wanted to
Got
check
him.
him.
1 down to lead off the frame.
Whatever. No big deal.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Stepping in and ready for
Max
another shot. Max
Kepler.
has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Scooped up, gets him 2 down.
This was for sure one of the most fun teams I've played with so far.
Up next for the
will be
Twins,
the designated
obviously.
hitter.
the designated hitter,
Obviously favorites for the
Nelson.
season.
3 at-bats to this point.
Drew.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That is not a strike. Like, oh my god.
0-1, here's the pitch.
Oh,
And
I
that
can
is
call that one a
1-1.
strike too. Bastard out
Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on.
Oh, there's 2 outs. Shit, I thought there was only 1.
And
Oh,
it's 2-2 now
that
with
was
the
a
bases
strike.
empty and 2
I
gone
guess I have to
here in
make a
the
call
inning.
for the first pitch though. So
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
And he will make the catch just shy of the track, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. So the batting order turns over
Leading
now
off
and
for the
set
Dodgers,
to go Justin
the
Turner.
third baseman, Justin Turner.
Okay, let's go to the closer, Ken Giles.
Your attention, please.
Takes the ball now,
Now
inning
pitching
number
for the
9,
Twins.
looking to close the door.
Number
Ninth
51.
inning begins as the
Ted.
first
1-0.
pitch is taken for ball 1.
Giles.
And it's fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing
1
the
ball,
previous
2
off-speed
strikes.
pitch.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Now
Oh, what a
Reese
catch out there and right by
takes a tumble
Kepler.
here, but hangs on for the first
The
out.
center fielder, number 3, Chris Taylor.
Ready once again, Chris Taylor. He's
Oh,
0
shit.
for 2 in the ball game so far.
And the left
Ball
stick
1,
also
no
Slider
strike.
that's nowhere
did
close,
the thing
and
that
it's
it
1-0.
does. It did it again! Oh my god, I've never seen it happen on back-to-back pitches. Okay,
That
going
one's
back.
going
though.
to find the seats.
Or that was just
Strike
a
1.
terrible controlled pitch.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Rosario is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated
Well,
hitter,
that-
Mookie 0 for 3 in this one.
With
Playing
the
DH,
slider.
which is dumb. I'll always stand by that.
That-
So he is struggling in the postseason for the most part.
And he fouls this one off.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that pitch.
I always have his number in the
Good
Count
postseason.
pitch
is
as
1
this
and 2.
swung on
For
and
some
missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final
ball
strike
two.
of the evening. So 2 balls
2 balls,
and 2 strikes
2
now.
strikes.
And this will miss down
I got
low
3
in
and
the dirt,
2.
so he's worked it full
He's
now.
fighting.
3 and 2.
Oh, sir, that's a bad pitch or bad call to end the game on, but whatever.
So first blood has been drawn in this World Series, and guys, what have we learned?
Well, in terms of what shape this series is going to take, that really rides on the Game 2 result. If they can do it again tomorrow and go up 2-0, they'll become heavy favorites to raise the trophy. But we could also be heading into Game 3 at a new venue, even at 1 apiece. So really, we'll know a lot more after Game 2.
What's up? There's little babies. There are little babies.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Holy shit. The babies are so cute. Oh, sorry. The flash was on. Hey, what's poppin'? It's my homies. Oh, this is wild. This is wild. Oh, so I'm just reading a book. And, hello. What's up?
I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back. Alright, game 2, top 6, scoreless. Luis Castillo against an NL team. Wait. That's weird. Oh, actually, no, it's not.
So the Twins talked to our own Heidi Watney before the game. Heidi, what's the state of this team headed into this upcoming game 2?
Matt, there's no doubt they're riding high after coming out on top in Game 1, but that doesn't have these players or coaches feeling more at ease about this game or the rest of the series. Sure, it's nice to get the first of 4 wins out of the way, but many players told me they have to bring the same level of focus, intensity, and execution with them into Game 2, especially since their opponent is going to be even hungrier for a win here tonight.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the center fielder, number 3.
Chris
0-1's the count.
Taylor.
Taylor, I don't like
strike
him.
1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Looks like a hybrid
Fouled off.
between John Lackey and Keith Henry.
Looking to send him packing again. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in
Now
this one.
batting,
So they
designated
really figured out how to
Mookie.
attack this guy.
0-1.
Dead.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. Slow roller down the 3rd baseline. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
I feel like sneeze, but I can't. It's like not even close, but at the same time I can feel it.
And he struck him out.
Oh,
So
now it's
double
close.
digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
2 strikeouts for him now.
Now
I can tell you,
batting,
he
right
can rack
fielder,
up quite a few more
Cody
before he's done.
Bellinger.
Right
Still
on
a
the
lot
ball.
of game left in this one.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now, as he'll come up empty
0-1's
there
the
as he
count.
misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And yet another
Fooled him.
strikeout.
Striking out the side in order
His
in the 6th.
11th of
Beautiful.
the ball game,
Steal.
and this one
Dominant through 6.
bottom of the
A lot of
6th inning
lefties.
now.
Leading off
Next,
for
it'll
the
be the
Twins,
outfielder, Max
Something
the
I
right
like about
fielder,
facing the Dodgers.
Rolling
Matt
right along as we move into the middle
Kepler.
innings with no score.
Kershaw, Price,
Fly
Urias, the
ball well hit.
bullpen.
Racing
Get up,
back,
ball.
the right fielder.
Solo shot for Kepler.
And
Bomba
it's
squad
gone.
strikes first. Kepler continues to be red hot.
Straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series. Twins take a 1-0 lead.
Hitting a home run in the World Series is special at any point. Hitting a home run in the World Series that gives your team a lead, that's something to tell the grandkids about.
Up next for
And on the
Minnesota,
box, Eddie Rosario.
the left fielder, Eddie
Lifted in the air to center field.
Rosario.
Taylor is there. 1 out.
The center fielder, number
Stepping
25,
into the box,
Byron
Buxton. 1 run in and
Buxton.
1 gone so far this inning.
Come on, Bucks.
Line drive to center field.
He's there.
But
Damn it, I
sadly
thought for a
him,
split
this
second
will
it was gonna
head
drop.
straight to the center fielder as he puts
Now
it away
batting,
without much
the
trouble. for the
shortstop,
second out.
Jorge
First offering on its
Polanco.
way. This is hit
Damn.
high in the air out toward left center.
Didn't think that ball was going to come in. this
Peterson is there, and they go down in a hurry here as
Nah,
his
it's not
side is
Sunday.
quickly retired. So just the 1 hit in the inning,
Well,
but it's
today
a
is
home
Sunday, so
run that
it's
pushes him out in front. We'll go to
We got our first hit of the game. It was
here's
Kepler
Corey
shot.
Seager. And guys,
Wow, I didn't realize
7th
we were
inning
leading off for the
already.
Dodgers.
Hey, I'm not
No hit.
complaining,
The
but this one's
shortstop.
been flying
Corey
by.
Yeah, I'll
Seager.
agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings.
That's what I was gonna do.
The windup and the 0-1.
Look out, 1-1.
Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Pulled high in the air out to right field.
You know, I'm almost kind of glad that Cruz has been on such a huge decline attribute-wise, and then like hasn't really been doing too hot in the postseason anyways. Makes me taking him out of the lineup for these 2 upcoming NL games not as hard as a decision for me. I feel like it's not as negative an impact as I thought it would be. I mean, even though I said earlier in one of these other streams that like, he's not, because of how good this lineup is, losing someone like him isn't the hugest of deals, because it's not like you don't already have 8 other guys that are all about
up
the
next
same.
to the Dodgers.
After that,
The first baseman.
that's only the
Max
3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one. Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
And also, let's sit down Trevor May. I don't know if Rogers and Womo. I was saying Womo.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Big strikeout.
Just rolling right now. And even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Now batting. Number 9.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. I don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in low.
Dominating through 7 to steal 13 games. Shutting them out.
Ready for another shot now.
Leading up for the Twins.
Close so far. They kept the close
3rd
game
baseman.
1-8.
Miguel.
Oh my God,
This
dude.
guy's big power. He's feeling pretty
Defense
good
is
at the
sucking every.
Look
Those
for him
middle
to try
infield,
and get
receiver
on
and
something,
Lux.
drive it out of the yard.
The catcher, number 8.
They've been eating up everything.
Mitch
So now it'll be the
Garver.
4-hole hitter, Mitch Garver. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Lifting down the line in left. And that's going to land foul. Kershaw has been strong thus far. Just 1 run through 6 1/3.
Just one hit
Ball
through
one.
6
Fastball
1/3.
pretty close that time, but
I got
ruled
1
the
ball,
ball
1 strike.
1-1.
The issue is, there's Max Kepler putting one in the seats. Well, over the wall.
1-2 to the Twins catcher.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
And
Nope,
it's 2
that's
balls and 2
inside.
strikes now.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Fouled away.
I thought that was going to be another one.
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out
Now
number 2.
batting, the designated
Cruz
hitter.
had a stolen base.
There's Nelson Cruz
Nelson.
now comes into this at-bat
Cruz.
0-for-1 in the
He's
ball
wild.
game. Bouncer to the left side.
Hey, base
Through
hit for Cruz.
for a hit. So the 2-out hit extends things
Oh boy,
for
Nelly.
Josh Donaldson next.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher.
Now batting, first baseman.
One of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead of the first
Donaldson.
pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Fuck.
High in the air out to center field. Taylor is there. And that's the 3rd out. Twins.
That one guy in the outfield. Oh, drop it, drop it.
New inning set to get underway.
Leading off for the
And
Dodgers.
next will be the
Taylor Rogers,
power
the guy
hitting
out there for
catcher,
Will
Smith. Taylor Rogers.
Your attention,
Summoned
please.
from the bullpen as he'll
Now
do
pitching
so to
for the
start the
Twins.
8th. And he'll steer
Number
clear of the
55,
flying debris to make
Taylor.
the catch here for the first down.
Roger. Now batting, third baseman,
Digging in, Justin Turner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And the pitch.
Okay, also keep Romo up, warm up Giles.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The center fielder, number 3,
Chris
Taylor.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far.
And he was very
barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
I don't know why. I don't think he was out in front.
And he'll strike
Big
out
strike
here
out
yet again. It's been a ball game to forget.
Need some insurance here. They're sticking Kershaw for the bottom 8.
Leading off.
Oh, there's a pitch count. He's only giving up 2 hits.
The second baseman, Jonathan.
Jonathan Scope, guaranteed out in the number 9 spot right now. Kinda want to put in Marwin Gonzalez at this rate. Not gonna do it, don't get me wrong, but Scope, you have struggled.
Now batting, right fielder,
Max Kepler, the next to grab a
Kepler.
Working on 1 for 2 games so far. High in the air out to center field. Taylor is there. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 20.
Weird having Rosario on the 9 spot.
Eddie.
He's lefty, I mean.
Rosario.
Rosario.
For the most part.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Back goes Taylor at the track. On the warning track, he...
All right.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Mookie Betts.
Leading off
He's
for the
one
Dodgers.
to start off the 9th
The
inning
designated
with
hitter,
his guys in danger
Mookie.
of going down 2
Betts.
games to none.
That
Your
not good.
attention, please. Now pitching for the Twins, number 51, Ted.
Very not good.
Giles.
At the plate now. Out in front of it, strike 1.
Check that out right there. I love me some of that. Staying inside
Cody
the baseball,
Bellinger.
No ball,
moving it
2
the other
strikes.
way. Sometimes a pitcher can execute his pitch. It doesn't mean the batter.
Oh, beautiful slider. That's a huge strikeout. Not out of the woods yet, though. This guy's up. Oh. I was expecting
The batter,
Muncy.
number 5,
Ooh, I mean, Seager's still fresh. Don't get me wrong.
Corey Seager.
0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Betts stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss.
Huge strikeouts.
Time out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've
Jock
been
is also
unable
threat.
to advance that
The left
leadoff
fielder,
single
number
into
31.
scoring position.
Jock.
Clearly no problems working
Oh,
on
one's
the
the
stretch
count.
right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning
I got the
after
count.
giving up
0-2.
that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
And
Beautiful
struck him
Ken
out
Giles.
for out number
Leadoff
3.
single,
So
yeah,
that'll
but then he
wrap
struck
things
out the
up
next
here
3 in a
as
row.
the
We'll
possible
take it.
tying run stranded at first. So the Twins are halfway to a World Series championship, guys.
Yeah, another
Very
impressive
happy
win
about
puts them up
that.
2-0
2-0
as
lead
this
in the
fall
series.
classic will shift to a new venue now. They will certainly enjoy their day of rest before they
Huh,
have
I just
to
realized it's
gear it
very
up
weird.
again
When I
for
zoom in on
Game
the
3.
snap map right now, it's winter.
And now, what
Like
about
there's
the
snow
Dodgers?
everywhere.
Man, they're facing some long odds, having to win 4 of 5 now, Matty V. But if they could just grind out a win in Game 3, the math would start to look a little bit better. I look for them to gather themselves and to come out swinging in the next couple of days.
No, I didn't mean to do that. How do I get rid of that? Oh, shit. Oh, that... Oh, right, no, I knew that. Okay. That.
Let's go down to the
Right, game
field
3,
with
up 2
Heidi
games to
Watney
none.
for a report on what she took away from
The
her
score was
talks
2-1
with
in
the
this game. I just don't
players.
remember who was winning. Oh, we were. Cool.
Into the box now, Byron Buxton.
Leading off for
0
Minnesota,
2 from him so
the
far
center
in this
fielder,
one.
number 25,
Third baseman in tight,
Byron
protecting the bunt
Buxton.
at first pitch.
That's a strike.
And that misses for ball 1.
Oh, wow.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. High in the air down the right field line.
That was an oddly late
This
swing.
is
I
going
didn't
to
feel
wind
that
up
was late on
a
that
foul
ball.
ball. Hit hard on the ground.
Get through that hole,
right.
attaboy Buxton.
And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights.
The
This is
batter,
obviously
the
one of them.
shortstop,
Another base
Jorge
hit. Leading off for the
Polanco.
boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
In there,
Here.
now the throw. And
He's
it's
in there.
far too late.
Nice.
He steals second with ease.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Easier said than
1-1.
High, it's 1-1.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. On the move is Peterson. He can't get there as it falls in.
Good double. Could have easily scored a run if I knew that was going to fall, though.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise the occasion, while some
Now
guys
batting,
shrink away when it
the
matters
third
the most.
baseman,
Well, this guy
Miguel.
is a gamer.
All right,
He's been
Sano.
on fire since
Make
the
him pay.
postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't.
Swing and
Yeah, that'll
he
make
sends
him pay.
the ball high in the air into left field.
3-run shot, Miguel Sano.
Can't
Bomba.
bring this one back. It's a home run.
5-1
Oh,
lead.
and that was really close to a long out.
That was really
The
close.
left fielder had a
If you had
beat on
something
it,
taller
and
in
he
left
gave
field
it a
instead of
great
Mookie, you should
effort,
be in right
but he
field.
couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Your attention, please.
But at the same time, if
Now
anyone makes that play, it doesn't matter.
Number
All
56,
right, Garver.
Adam.
So it would appear
Go,
that's all
Larry.
for his starter tonight. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
Tolares.
is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. And for a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Here it comes on 0-2.
That's the ball.
Stone cold take
1-2
right there.
the
That
count.
fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2. Now a swing as he rifles
Good
this
hit.
one into center for a base hit.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Donaldson's coming for that World Series. He's going to be postseason MVP, but he's coming for that
Josh
World
Donaldson
Series.
digging in.
Yeah.
Definitely postseason MVP at this
Strike
rate.
at the knees. It's 0-1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. And
Josh
it's
Donaldson knows a
fouled
thing or
away.
two about being an MVP. 2015 MVP. Yeah.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peterson has a read on it. 1 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jonathan Go.
So that'll bring up Jonathan Scope. He went down on strikes last time up.
I got Scope batting 6 against lefties.
First offering on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the
I
second
don't think
deck.
Scope has a hit this series. He's only got like 2 hits all postseason.
Look, now the pitch. Hit to third. Gloved by
And
Turner.
he continues to just
There's
suck.
Throw to Muncy
Got
to
it.
finish
It's like we had
the
to
double
sacrifice
play.
Jonathan
That
Scope for everyone else to step up in October.
Standing in, Justin Turner.
Let's go, Ballas.
And he and his fellow top
Leading
order
up
hitters
for the
haven't really
Dodgers.
offered much help for this
The
lineup
third
so
baseman.
This
far.
kid has been
Young
incredible.
Guys are the ones you look to
Turner.
generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task.
He's coming up huge in the postseason.
Still time for them to
Lead
turn
off
it
double
around,
into
though.
good,
We'll see if it happens.
And this one will bounce into the wall. And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double.
He went with
The
slider,
batter,
but
number
the hitter
5,
wasn't fooled for a
shortstop,
second. Gets the barrel
Corey.
back through the zone
Your ball,
and rips
what's
it down the
Seager.
line for a leadoff double.
Corey Seager stands in as he checks his swing here for strike
Come on,
one.
firing
And
Buxton.
that's in there,
Other
base
Holman,
hit.
anyways. Which naturally means the throw would have gotten him out. Yeah.
They
They only throw online throws when they're in
nobody
the
out.
Now batting, left fielder,
In now.
Mookie
Betts.
Betts.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to
to the
respect
bullpen,
it and
sit down
freeze a
for
little bit.
May. I'll
They
keep
had to
Duffy up
freeze there
on
for a
the
second to
promo.
make sure that line drive gets
Actually, no, I'll
down,
do.
but eventually does get to third base.
Oh, Clifford.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss
0-2.
as he falls behind 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first. Do you go? Got him. Fooled on the pitch as he
Big
swings
strikeout.
at it in the dirt for strike 3.
As
Good
Mookie's
job to
struggles
corral
continue.
this quickly as
The
the
batter,
runners hold on.
the right fielder,
Pitch at the at-bat
Cody.
on its way.
Bellinger.
0-1.
Throw a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches
0-2.
down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead.
Wow,
Swing and
Balazovic
a
with
miss,
balls
and they'll dodge a
of
major
steel.
bullet that time. 2 away. From the
Now batting,
Runners in the
center
corners,
fielder,
nobody out.
Inside.
Mookie Betts
Job.
up, strike him out. Cody Bellinger up next, strike him out.
Peterson.
1-0. And he fouls this one off.
Punch your way off the ropes, young
We're
fella.
in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game.
Hit.
Called a strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Neither guy willing
All right,
to
I need a
give in,
Zyrtec. I
and
thought I
the
was going to be able
at-bat
to
will
reflect this game, but I'm going to get it in me now. Hopefully that will kick in and help.
Continue. And he's got himself another one. He picks up strikeout number 9 here. Seventh inning ready to roll.
Leading off for Minnesota,
the outfielder,
the
Max
right fielder,
Kepler.
Max
First
Kepler.
offering on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. He's got it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The left fielder, number 20,
So
Eddie
striding in, Eddie
Rosario.
Rosario. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And he popped him up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
What base running? He turned that into a double, no less.
Man, that swing looked like
The pitcher, number
self-defense and a
31,
real quality swing.
Jordan
He muscled it out there.
Bolazovic.
It was enough to get him straight through the second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Lefty on the mound. Jake Cave didn't make the World Series roster. I'm kind of pissed about that. I wanted to use him.
Your attention, please.
Will get a chance.
Pinch hitting for the Twins. Number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Hit on the ground out to short. Right to him. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting, the center fielder. Byron Buxton.
That'll bring in Byron Buxton. Runner in scoring position with Sutton.
All right, Buxton.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Hit hard on the ground.
Do that hole.
And that's through into left.
Oh, he's got a good arm.
The throw home.
Should not have sent that one.
Play at the plate.
Got him. That's out.
Great.
You're welcome for the outfield assist. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Clifford.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Twins, number 36, Tyler Clifford.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control.
No balls, 2 strikes.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws,
a little scary.
The 0-2 once more.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
That's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. Ready to deliver. Here's the
now
first
batting,
pitch.
number 9.
Below
ball.
the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far.
That's the ball.
That misses too low, and he's behind
2-0
now.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0. But I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy
2 balls, 1
so
strike.
cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Good
2-2.
spot for the change there, and that'll knock things.
Everything's going to drop from
2-2.
him for the most part. Change-ups and splits.
And he strikes him
But you
out
can't
as
touch
well.
this.
So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting, catcher, Will
Smith.
No, that's
down.
Ball.
He looks at a ball of 1-0. And this is
Nope,
just off
that's
the
outside.
corner,
Ball.
2. Behind on the swing that time.
2-1.
2-1.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Fouled off. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And that's
ball.
Low, so a good eye there as he works the count back.
You got a full count.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and his side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Digging in the switch hitter.
Leading off for Minnesota, the shortstop.
Versus
Jorge
batting at an even 400. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nice, solid contact.
Into center field line.
Let me check something up in here. Interesting.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another
now batting. Third baseman
right there. He's
big 3-run shot for Sano.
Miguel Sano will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run that's really been the key blow to this point in the ball game.
The catcher,
number 4
8,
Minnesota hitter, Mitch Garver. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peterson has a read on it.
Such a good one to hit there.
2 gone.
Up next for Minnesota,
Josh Donaldson.
the first baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Here comes the first pitch.
Damn it.
High in the air out to center field. Peterson is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. 1 left for Minnesota. They lead this one.
Your attention, please.
Try and get his club
pinch hitting
back
for the
into
Dodgers.
here as he'll pinch hit
Number
to lead
3,
off the home half of the
Fred
game.
Taylor.
Okay, we'll go to Duffy.
Now pitching for the Twins,
pitch out of the bullpen
number
in the
21,
bottom half of the 8th.
Tyler
Actually,
Duffy.
I kind of
Out
wish I
with a
saved
strike
Duffy
on
in
the
case I
outer
need
half.
him
He'll
tomorrow.
lead it
0-1.
off for the boys in blue here in the 8th at Dodger
Romo and
Stadium.
Stashak.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will land untouched. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
Wow.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Trying to pick things up
Now
where
batting,
he left off.
the
Justin
third baseman,
Turner. It's a 2-bagger for him in his last at bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe
No ball,
once in
2
AB,
strikes.
maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on that last time.
1 and 2.
Try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As
Nice
a pitcher,
K.
you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables.
The
for big
batter,
innings.
number 5,
So it was a strikeout
shortstop,
swing.
Corey
Justin Turner goes down for
Seager.
out number 2 in the bottom half. Here's Corey Seager,
Yeehaw!
as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. That's in there.
0-2.
He's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
You got to go into battle.
Threw it right
We're just
past him. A swing
line him
and
up
miss
and
at the
set him
gas,
down
and
with
that
these
ends the
strikeouts right now.
Your attention, please.
Hey, look, a righty.
Now
Start the
pitching
ninth
for the
inning
Dodgers.
as he'll try to keep the score
Number
right where it
49.
is heading to the bottom of
Right.
the ninth.
Right there.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes this
Is that
the
gonna
other
fall?
way to right.
Jonathan Scope got a
That
hit.
outfield grass, it's a base hit.
Oh,
so the Twins
my
put their leadoff
God.
hitter on to get the inning started.
Now batting, right fielder.
No mistake
Matt
what he was sitting on.
Kepler.
Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drop.
Damn it.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat.
That's it.
Second for one on the
Beat it out.
right in
Wow.
time.
Kepler.
The umpire was right there to make
The
the
left
call.
fielder, number 20, Eddie.
Into the box,
Rosario.
Eddie Rosario. He doubled his last time through.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up.
Hurt.
Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Strike one.
Oh.
Fun to start the at-bat. Kepler leads off first with one away. Too much
1-1.
dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. 1-1. There's a huge swing by Rosario and a deep drive to right field.
He'd be running if it was. And by that I mean both Bellinger out there in right field and also my guy at first base.
And there are two away.
He
He changed his mind there as he's back into first, no problem.
Question to a pinch hit of Reyes, Avila, and Marwin. I think if we were lefty, I would probably went with Marwin. Fuck it, I'll pinch hit Marwin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Here as he'll hit for the
Pinch
pitcher.
hitting for
Give these
Minnesota,
guys 2017
number
PTSD
9,
flashbacks for a quick minute.
Marwin Gonzalez.
First
Nope,
pitch is
ball.
a sinker, too low, 1-0. 2 out with a man at first. Chopper to short. Reined in. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit and his side is retired. Twins wind up stranding one. They're up 5-1.
Okay. Sergio Romo.
Your attention, please.
New
Now
pitcher
pitching
set
for
to
the
take
Twins,
over now. It's the right-hander
number
Sergio
54,
Romo that gets the call.
Sergio
0-1.
Good deception
Romo.
on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Ah,
Good changeup, and
2.
it's 0-2.
0-2.
Ooh.
Corner and slicing foul.
Oh, it's only a 4-run lead actually, so I should warm up Ken Giles in case I need him.
The 0-2 home. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan.
Look, right to my pitchers are getting strikeouts right now.
Here.
It
One
seems
away.
like a foregone conclusion that this game's over. How many strikeouts do we have as a team? 16. Wow.
Now batting,
Bellinger at the plate
the
now.
right fielder,
Sat down
Cody.
on strikes in his last at-bat.
I feel like if Bellinger's
Bellinger.
going to get me, it's going to be off
Good
Romo
changeup,
because of
Matty.
his
Good
slow
arm action on
velocity.
that pitch. Look for him to try and
Ball,
stay
that's
back
down.
a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to
1
rush
and 2,
a
the
heater
count.
right here.
Count is 1-2 now. Fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Just
Low,
a bit
ball.
low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Right side, but it's well fouled. And another foul ball. Another 2-2 offering.
Ball.
Ooh.
Hey,
what
this
a
has been
battle
an
here.
epic get-back
Full
right
count.
here. I don't blame the pitcher for
Outside,
a little
ball
nibbling
4.
right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
Good take,
Now batting,
Yeah.
the center fielder,
In there. No
Ja.
balls and a strike. Count is even at
Peterson.
1-1
That's
to
a ball.
Peterson. Drilled right
Yeah,
back
that's
up
what I
the
mean.
middle.
Every time it goes back up the middle when I'm on the mound, it sneaks through, gets by my defenders. I'm the one hitting. That's right back to the pitcher. He gloves it, turns, and fires to second
Now
before
batting.
the guy at first.
The first baseman.
About running to
Nice.
second. And then they fired it first, and the guy
Muncy.
that hit the ball is about halfway up the line.
Let's see if they continue this nice offensive
That's the ball.
Low for ball 1. 1-1 to the Dodgers'
1-1.
first baseman.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he
One
shows
ball,
he
two
can
strikes.
put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight.
That's a
that missed.
strike.
To 2
How
balls
can you
and
give
2
them
strikes
extra
now.
2
pitches?
balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To
got it.
second for
Karma.
1.
Oh.
You gave me,
On
you
to
gave him that
first,
extra
and he rolls
pitch,
the
but you
double
just
play
fucked
ball
them
to
because
end
the
it
ground
here
double
as
play
this
to end it.
ball game is
3 games
over.
to none lead in the
So
World
the
Series. The
Twins
Twins are about to be
are
World
1
Series
win away
champions.
from a sweep of this fall classic,
Off my
guys.
dick.
Yeah, it's been totally one-sided so far, Matt. A bit more of the same, and they'll be raising the trophy. It's all working for this team right now.
And now, what about the Dodgers?
Well, here's the bad news. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a World Series. It's been done in the ALCS, so we know it's not impossible. But before they start entertaining miracles, they got to see if they can just win one game.
Alright, we're up 3-1 in game 4 and up 3-0 in the series. David Price is still on the mound. 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, and walks, 6 Ks. Blanco's up, hitless, 0 for 1 in this one. Scored in the first, 2 more in the fourth. They got one back in the fourth. Get it.
For a report on this club's outlook heading into Game 4.
I just realized I don't think I played one single game where
Leading
Raymond
off for
posted
Minnesota.
All set for the start of
That's
the inning,
Minnesota.
and that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop.
Polanco.
Polanco lifted in the air to center. Peterson has a
Usually
rebound.
this is
Looks
this
it
stretch
into his
from the
glove,
playoff
and
in the
there's
playoffs.
one
That's the
gone.
time where I play in more games. I don't play in games where it rains in the regular season almost ever.
Up
and in
next
the
for
postseason, it's
Minnesota.
like every other game.
Big
The
bat
third
of
baseman.
Miguel
I
Sano
don't
digs
think
in
Miguel
next.
this
Lifetime
postseason.
versus David Price. He's got 2 hits in 19
Maybe in the
tries.
LDS.
No ball,
He's taken
one
him deep
strike.
once. No balls and 1 strike. He sends it out to left field.
Get up,
Well
ball.
hit.
Bamba.
Gone.
It's a no solo shot.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. You better start keeping the ball down in the strike
catcher,
zone.
number
That
8.
total might
Pretty
continue to
dangerous.
rise.
Garver.
At the plate, Mitch
Only
Garver.
3 home runs
Oh,
in
He'll
the
look
game.
at a breaking ball that misses for
1-0.
ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Oh wow!
Smith has a play. And that's the the second out of the inning.
The batter, the first baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, Josh Donaldson's postseason and World Series MVP at this rate. 1 for 2 with a 2-run shot his last time up.
This is line to left.
Damn, I just missed that one.
And Mookie will make the play, and that retired the...
We're doing bottom of the 6th. We have him now. Oh, Jose Barrios is pitching in Game 4.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
I don't hate it.
The shortstop,
but I don't hate it.
Corey Seager.
Why are we having him pitch on short rest, though?
Wind
Rep
up
3 games to none. I thought for sure Odorizzi would pitch this
swing
game.
and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Buxton is right there.
I kind of wanted him to be the guy that got the last 3 outs.
Now batting, the left fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit softly on the ground to third. He's right there. And quickly there are 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder.
I feel like this
Cody
Twins team here, like if they were to stay together, they would be like the new, like the Warriors. You know, how, like the Warriors grew up because not only were they good and they were popular, but like, not only were they the best, and you know.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone,
not entirely
getting ahead.
For the most part,
Play's been made, and that retires the
Twins team here, not only are they good, but they're doing the home runs.
Your attention, please.
now to start
Now
number
pitching
7.
for the Dodgers, number 68.
Has one hit this series.
Draw. Replay.
That was that little rinky-dink single I got.
The 0-1 on its way. Hard on the ground toward short. Fielded cleanly.
This is like, usually whenever I make trade acquisitions, they usually shine in October.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Jonathan Scope has been the exact opposite. He's been a huge disappointment all October, especially in this series.
On its way. And that's
What's one guy not positioning in the lineup, you know?
4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota.
Actually, he's got a weird wrist guard on him.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field.
Get out, ball, bomba!
As they add still another.
Kepler.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going
The left
and
fielder,
going.
number 20.
Wow, that was impressive.
Eddie
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario. Pulled toward right center field.
Missed that one. He's not going to get it, though. Ground rule double.
That's over the wall. Hop over the wall now.
Barrios
So
taking
toward
that
second base here.
Now batting.
Imagine if you hit a home run.
Hey,
I did
there's
with
a
Corey
hard
Kluber
hit
once.
ball that was going to be
In
down
LA,
for
in the World
extra
Series.
bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double puts him on second base without having to leg it out.
Bellinger in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down. And no tag.
Byron Buxton has a home run this game. I love that for him. I hope he let off the game. He let off the game with a home run.
Getting a few steps off the second there now the pitch.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Buxton crept his way into like a top 3 for a postseason or World Series MVP. Like he's not going to get it.
For the Dodgers,
But if he crept his way into the third, I wouldn't be too shocked. Donaldson 1, Kepler 2,
Peterson.
and maybe Buxton 3, maybe. I can see Sano being up there. I can see Polanco being up there because it was average. I don't remember what his average is off the top of my
another
head.
foul
But
ball.
I believe he's been doing well.
0-2 coming.
Well, can you think I can stretch Barrios into the ninth? I wouldn't hate it. But at the same time, I don't want to overdo him. I'm so weirded out by this. Why did I go 3-man rotation when I'm up 3-0?
Grounded up the first
Like, I don't mean me, because I didn't do it. If it were me, Odorizzi would be pitching this game. There's no reason for Barrios.
Up next,
if I'm down 3-0, yeah, I'd probably start Barrios.
Matt
Monty. Rest.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
What's this? Oh, that's not who I thought it was. I read that wrong. Oops.
Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
I'm not going to have Barrios get those last outs. I don't know if I want to do it. Low-key kind of want to do Kenta Maeda.
He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Think about it. Taylor Rogers, too, I guess.
And he fouls this one off. The next 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now batting.
Man, this guy's
I guess this is our chance at history, to sweep the entire postseason. How about the White Sox in 05 only lost one game in the postseason still.
No walks up to this point, so he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Maybe that's why we throw Barrios out there.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands
not even have to worry. If I pitch him in Game 4, then he can rest for Game 5, have the off day, and rest for Game 6. And then have 3 days rest for Game 7, if that were to possibly happen, maybe.
Ready to begin.
Leading off for the Twins,
stepping in is the veteran shortstop.
Jorge Polanco.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. A swing and a drive sent out.
There you go, Polanco. Oh, get up, ball. Bomba! Off the top of the wall and out, but I'll take it. God, these home run numbers are going to be insane when I look at them. At least for the postseason. I mean, yeah, the regular season.
Your attention, please.
Ooh, not a left.
The changing for the Dodgers. Now pitching and batting in the
Bomba squad doing its thing in the last
number
game.
46. Now playing second base and batting 9. Number 14.
They're making fun right now. The guys who don't have
Hernandez.
Ready with the 0-1. Ball 1.
Oop. Almost sent a snapshot to the wrong person.
The 1-1 home.
Oh.
High in the air into shallow left center. That's coming on. He gets there to make the play
I
for
get the
the
feeling we're
first
going to have
out
to
of
look
the
up
inning.
some postseason records, at least for the offense.
The catcher, number 8.
So here's
Mitch
the cleanup
like,
Garber.
if the team did anything, I mean, the team definitely set the
so
postseason
far
record.
this inning.
But
First pitch coming, here it is. Lined hard to center field. And that's
way to
into
drop
the
that one in
outfield
for a hit,
for
Garber.
one-out hit.
I like that shit.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no
The batter,
doubles defense
the first
comes
baseman,
back to bite you.
Josh
As a pitcher,
Donaldson.
even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about it on the mound, trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black.
I would love one more
I
time
never
Josh
really ever
Donaldson to
turned
bring the
around to
rain
even
in.
notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out, swinging the bat.
A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 1-1 home.
Yep.
Swing and oh my. Hit him with the height.
Called it. Didn't even power
See
swing
you
either.
later. Over the
Huge
wall,
two-run
a
shot
home
for
run.
World Series MVP Josh Donaldson. The camera didn't bug out with his no doubt celebration, so that's different. Definitely going to be the postseason MVP. Definitely going to be the World Series MVP.
Second home run of the
No
game,
doubt in my
and
mind.
This is now a 7-run ball game.
Another excellent swing right
My
there.
God.
That's multiple home runs in the same inning.
The
Watch
Bomba
yourself. You're missing over
Squad.
100 plate.
Yeah,
Now
Jonathan
batting.
Scope's 1 for 13
Second
in this
baseman,
series. I think he's only got like 3
Jonathan
postseason hits
Go.
altogether.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. He swings and rounds it to
He got
short.
hit!
And that gets through, so he'll have his
Football,
first
I'm proud
base
of you.
hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game.
Oh, these Snapchats are killing me right now.
Now batting, the right fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler, the next to grab a bat.
Damn.
As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
The only record I know off the top of my head now, after looking up so much, is most home runs in a postseason, single postseason. 3 people have done it. I believe it was Bonds, Cruz, and Beltran, all with 8. I know at least Beltran did it, and he tied 2 other people. And then most strikeouts in a single postseason, Kurt Schilling, 56.
Hit hard on the ground to second. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting,
Joe Kelly.
the left
Joey
fielder,
Kittens.
To mop up
Eddie
roll as he'll try to keep the deficit
Rosario.
right where it is.
Your attention, please.
In
Now
Eddie
pitching for the
Rosario.
Dodgers, number 17,
Right, base hit to right.
Joe
And now this is
Kelly.
wildly just getting it into the infield.
Oh, I didn't
And
think he
they're
would.
gonna
Oh.
get him at home plate
Scope,
here.
you
as
slow
he may
ass,
have been
dude.
trying to bite off a little bit
The
more
batter.
than he could chew.
the pitcher, Jose Barrios.
Barrios.
At the plate now, Jose Barrios. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
Jose Barrios just hit a 2-run double.
He Pulls into second.
He's got
safely.
more runs
Two
batted
runs
in
come
tonight
across
than
to
he's
score
given
away
up.
from
Center
the
fielder,
play.
number 25, Byron Buxton.
Come on, Buxton.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton. And he puts it on the ground to second. Scooped up. Go on to first. Will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So give him 5 runs in the inning, with the big blows being the 2 home runs. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Twins are in front.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the catcher, number 1 strike.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88, and at this point in the game, that's a good place to be. So I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
The batter, number 14, second baseman.
In my head canon right now, as a manager, I imagine Brios comes up to me probably at the end of the 7th and says, "If I keep this up, I want it."
Set up for another
You owe me
strikeout
that.
here. The count to
not
0-2.
that I mean,
Man, this
I
dude
do
is
owe him that, but
locked
at the
in
same
on
time,
the
he's been my
mound.
best guy
He's throwing
for
each pitch with confidence.
all year, so he's earned it for sure.
And he's just rolling right now, and even
Like
doesn't
season-wide, he's
strikeouts for
earned
him
it.
in the ball
Tonight,
game.
he's earned it. Like,
Stepping into the box, Justin Turner. He's gone hitless
The
in
bat,
this one, Dan, and
the
he's
third
not
baseman.
alone.
and with the bat too. He earned those at bats, and he earned 2 runs batted in.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is
I'm satisfied.
ready for another chance.
Leading off for the Twins,
He's working on a
the
1
shortstop,
for 3 thus far.
Jorge
The last at bat,
Polanco.
we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter.
Man,
He got a fastball,
two-seamer.
didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in
That
some off-speed
movement on it
pitches.
really got me.
Peterson is there. 1 quick out to start inning number
now
9.
batting, third baseman, Miguel Sano.
Digging in now, Miguel Sano. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
The catcher, number 8, Mitch Garver.
To the plate now, Mitch Garver. Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center.
Nope, back-to-back, Sano and Garver.
Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. I almost can't believe I'm saying this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
I would nothing love more than for Donaldson to make it rain one more time in L.A.
Number 49.
The Bomber Squad is out in full force.
Right there.
High mound, and pitchers love to pitch in this ballpark. And Hero, when the sun
I'll drop in
goes
for a
down
hit,
and
though.
that
Oh, it
marine
almost
layer
didn't.
Air comes in. This is a tough yard to hit the ball
I
out.
was going right there, Dan. Day game, this place plays completely
The batter,
Comes
number
the
9,
ending
do it
double
at night.
play.
That's why it was such an
Jonathan.
impressive performance today. For them to move traffic all over the yard today, not easy to do.
Just
I think
off the
everyone in my
outside,
lineup has a
1-0.
postseason home,
He
at
comes
least
into this
one
appearance
postseason
in the
home run,
midst
if
of
not
a
2.
1 for 4
Except
day.
for Jonathan Scope, who definitely has 0. I can guarantee you that.
Ball outside.
If
The
you've
same
been
can be
paying
said for
attention,
RBIs.
the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate,
Except for
I'm
guys with pinch hit,
leaning
for
out
example,
over.
Marlon Gonzalez.
Hit high and deep to right center. Bellinger's on his
He's there.
horse.
He started running, but he slowed down the job.
He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in and
Now
looking for
batting,
more, Max
the right
Kepler.
fielder,
He rounded the bases
Max
on a home run
Kepler.
back in the 7th. He's set and the pitch. Fouled
I did
away.
not mean to swing at that.
Donaldson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
This is just ugly.
1-1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Reined in.
I'm gonna get my drink quick before you
Seager covering in the...
Okay.
Side is with...
Let's get these last 3 outs. Jose.
Next for the Dodgers, Corey Seager.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
It's all but guaranteed.
Just
call that a
Corey
They're going to force a game 5.
Seager.
After watching that one go by and a ball being yelled, you could rest
Hit the
assured
contact.
he knows
You
he's
need
not
to
getting
strike
away
out the
with
side
another
here.
one of
But
those. I guarantee
Three
you
outs.
he's going to be aggressive on this
get
next
us a
one.
ring.
2-1 now.
And let's look at some gross numbers.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. And he should be okay to go the distance here. He's just now about to hit 100 pitches for the ball game.
Yeah, it's go time, Matty V. He's got a chance to close this one out. He knows the bullpen's rested and ready to go. He's got a smile on his face out there.
Oh, D-Roll, this is what every manager loves. One day where you cannot have to empty out everybody in that bullpen. Going into the ninth inning in today's game with your starting pitcher, you can't ask for more than he's given up to this point.
Stepping in, Mookie Betts. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
What was that music? He came to shut the club down and away. Or whatever the hell.
1 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off.
I'd be such a terrible like pitcher, for example. If I'm on the mound and a guy comes up and he's got good walk-up music, I'd be like,
and he fouls this one off.
Man. And I wouldn't want to like face him because he got good takes.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Kepler's there for it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Down in the night.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch.
The greatest team of all time is about to solidify itself.
The 0-1.
As been pretty much with every other one.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And there it is. It's all over. The Twins are the champions of baseball.
Minnesota Twins are world champs.
Wow, World Series champions. The only thing that could have made this sweeter would have been doing it in front of the home crowd. But hey, they're not complaining, believe me. Now they can look forward to celebrating during the parade as they bring the World Series trophy home. What a moment for this team, this organization, and that city.
Finished with a grade of A, not A+. I guess those don't exist anymore. Finished with a record of 130 and 32. We were 1 win shy of finishing with 100 more wins than losses. Let's take a look at our graph here. The green line just astronomically went up, especially right before game 80 to game 100. That's insane. We'll take a look I mean, look, we finished with a 33-game lead over the Indians, who won 97 games. Oh my God. Let's see. Did anyone who had the worst record? 53 wins. The worst record belonged to the Orioles. They went 53 and 109. We had 77 games on them. In our little wheel here, we finished ranked the second best team, first in contact, second in power, second in pitching, 7th in defense, 23rd in speed. The first ranked team, the Dodgers, but whatever. We just swept the postseason too. Let me... let's take a look at the player boosts. I got one for Donaldson, one for Scope through a trade, Balsavic through the call-up, Castillo through the trade, Buxton, Polanco, so 6. That's 6 player boosts. Also, this shows my team playoff stats. As a team in October, we had a 346 average, a 724 slugging, 361 on base percentage, 994 fielding, 173 ERA. So the team OPS was 1.085. That's fucked. We scored 85 runs in the postseason, only giving up 19. Alright, let's just go ahead and jump on into stats. This is the thing that I've been waiting for. Starting with the postseason in the pitchers. Trevor May didn't pitch. Biggest disappointment of the entire year, Trevor May. Didn't earn a spot to be used in the playoffs. Kenta Maeda pitched once for 3 innings, no walks, 5 strikeouts out of 9 batters. Not bad. Gave up no runs, gave up 1 hit. ERA 0, whip .33. Sergio Romo pitched 5 innings, walked 1 batter, struck out 9 through 4 appearances. He got a hold, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, ERA 1.80, whip .80. Cody Stashak, 1 appearance, 1 inning. No walks, struck out 2 out of 3 batters. Didn't give up a walk, a hit, or a run. ERA, whip 0. Tyler Duffy made 4 appearances, 3 2/3 innings pitched. He got no walks, 8 strikeouts. Got 3 holds. Gave up a hit, no runs. ERA 0, whip .27. Taylor Rogers, my setup guy. 5 appearances, 5 innings, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. 6 hits, 1 run, 5 holds. ERA 1.80, whip 1.40. Ken Giles, my closer. 5 saves, 5 innings pitched, 5 appearances, 0 walks, 9 strikeouts. 2 hits, no runs. ERA 0, whip .40. Homer Bailey, 1 appearance. 2 innings, no walks, 3 strikeouts. 1 hit, no runs. ERA 0, whip .50. Tyler Clippard, 2 appearances, 1 2/3 innings pitched, no walks, 4 strikeouts. 1 hold, 1 hit, no runs. ERA 0, whip .60. Jake Odorizzi, 1 start, 1-0, 5 innings pitched, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. 8 hits, 4 runs. ERA 7.20, whip 1.80. Jordan Balazovic. I don't know how to say his name. 3 starts, went 3-0, 19 innings pitched. 2 walks, 32 strikeouts. Really great. All 3 quality starts, 11 hits, 2 runs, 1 home run, ERA .95, WHIP .68. Luis Castillo, 3 starts, 3-0, 21 innings pitched, 5 walks, 34 strikeouts. All 3 starts were quality, 10 hits, 2 runs, ERA .86, WHIP .71. Jose Barrios, 4 starts, 27 2/3 innings pitched, 3-0, 3 walks, 40 strikeouts, 3 quality starts, 1 complete game. That was game 4. 18 hits, 9 runs. ERA 2.93, WHIP .76. While we are here, Jose Barrios, the only pitcher on my team to get a hit, and it was a 2-run double, so he also gets 2 RBIs to win. Position players. 1 second while I check Snapchat. Okay, Ari Adrianza. I don't know how to say his name, but he didn't have any at-bats, and neither did Alex Avila. But Avila's finally got a ring. I don't believe he's won one before. Marwin Gonzalez had 1 plate appearance as a pinch hitter, and he did nothing with it. Luis Arias was in the Game 1 lineup for the ALDS before I could actually set my lineup, so he had 5 at-bats. He got a hit. That's it, 200 average. Nelson Cruz, 31 at-bats. He had 9 hits for a 290 average. Scored 6 runs, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, even somehow stole a base. Nelson Cruz, for such a decline over the year, that's not bad. Jonathan Scope was the worst. Absolute worst. 41 at-bats. He had 6 hits somehow for a 146 average. Scored 1 run, no home runs, no RBIs, no stolen bases. Byron Buxton was a pleasant surprise, actually. In 48 at-bats, he got 13 hits for a 354 average. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. He had 17 hits for a 354 average, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, 13 runs scored. Huge. I would argue top 3 for postseason MVP. Miguel Sano, 45 at-bats. He had 15 hits for a 333 average, scored 11 runs, tied the postseason record with 8 home runs, 14 RBIs. Good for a OPS of 1.317. It's insane. Mitch Garver. I mean, just look at these. These numbers are insane. Mitch Garver, 44 at-bats, 19 hits for a 432 average, 7 home runs, 17 RBIs, and 12 runs scored. Good for an OPS of 1.388. Eddie Rosario, he was the guy that was kind of just there. 45 at-bats, 12 hits, 267 average, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs is good, don't get me wrong. Scored 9 runs for an OPS of .867. Josh Donaldson set a whole bunch of postseason records, I'm sure. In 47 at-bats, he had 20 hits, 9 home runs, that's the most in a postseason, 16 RBIs, 14 runs scored, good for an OPS of 1.511, which is insane. Jorge Polanco was really good, 45 at-bats, he had 19 hits, 422 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 9 runs scored, 2 stolen bags while we're at it. Donaldson had 1 as well, I believe. I didn't say that. 1.104 OPS. Max Kepler, 44 at-bats, 20 hits, 455 average, 7 home runs, 12 RBIs, 10 runs scored. OPS of 1.489. I would like to see how many home runs we hit as a team. So 7, 9, 18, 22, 29, 37, 39, 41 home runs as a team in the postseason. 41 home runs in 11 games. That's unreal. That's fucked. If we average that out, that's not a batting average, but a home run average of 268. And we averaged almost 4 home runs a game. That's so fucked. I'm fathoming this for a second. I'm also taking a look at the Clippers Thunder trade for Paul George again. Paul George for Gilgeous Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, 2022 first round pick, 2024 first round pick, 2026 first round pick, 2021 first round pick, 2023 first round pick, and then 2023 and 2025 pick swaps. Like, that's the Thunder have LA's first round pick in 2022, 24, and 26, and then they have Miami's first round pick in 2021, 2023. So OKC is going to have at least 2 first round picks in 2021, 22, 23, 24, and 26. And then in 23 and 25 there's pick swaps. That's fucking insane. Cuz like you don't know what those could turn into, those picks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could have ended up being a huge trade for the Clippers instead. You know, they get Paul George for a bunch of busted picks. But at the same time, they could, you know, all of those picks could turn into, you know, Donovan Mitchell's, Jason Tatum's, stuff like that. But enough about basketball. This is baseball. Let's take a look at the regular season stats, starting with the bullpen and the pitchers. Trevor May was... Hold on. I gotta get that off the screen for a quick second. Actually, I gotta do this for a quick second. Oh, I was still there. Alright, cool. So, Trevor May was a big disappointment. Somehow his overall went up to 78. My guess is it went down at one point in the year. Didn't do anything offensively. Didn't have any at-bats. 35 appearances. He went 3-0, 6 saves, 3 blown saves, 15 holds, 31 2/3 innings pitched. I had to shut him down because he was just fucking awful. 5.97 ERA is terrible. The 1.33 WHIP isn't bad. Like, that's about league average. But for what I was expecting out of him, that's not good, especially paired with an ERA like that. WAR of 0.2. I don't even know if he was worth that kind of money. He's unhappy, and so am I. Fuck him. Team role, bullpen, yeah, whatever. Doesn't like his contract. Well, right now he should be happy about that contract. So whatever. Kenta Maeda, kind of a disappointment as well. Maeda. Yeah, Maeda was kind of a disappointment. His overall didn't change. He's 81, so he's still gold. But I was expecting him to be a very solid 2 or 3 guy. And then after I traded for Castillo, too, I was expecting to be a solid 3 or 4 guy. But he just wasn't. I had to relegate him to the bullpen. 28 appearances. He had 24 starts. Went 15-5. 166 2/3 innings pitched is a second best career high. But the ERA was not there. 4.64. That's north of where you want it to be. Had 184 strikeouts at least. 1.40 WHIP is also not good. Like 1.8 WAR. I don't think maybe worth that money. We got him for 3 more years. Maybe he can turn around. He's satisfied. Doesn't like the fact that he got moved to the rotation or out of the rotation. But between the trade for Castillo and then the call up of Balazovic, he earned the bullpen role. Sergio Romo was interesting to me. He got his overall down to 75, but he was really good, like great for me. And what I can imagine might be his final year. He's got He was on the Giants for all 3 of their World Series rings. So he's got 4 World Series rings now. 44 appearances. He went 2-2 with a save, a blown save, 13 holds. 49 and 3rd innings pitched. He also started 5 games for Tampa as an opener. I want to mention that. 49 3rd innings pitched. He struck out 46, 2.19 ERA and a .91 WHIP. Very great numbers. Like, I'm very happy about that. .5 WAR. I'm shocked at how good he was, actually, for that matter. Worth every penny. He's ecstatic. And so am I. That was awesome. Cody Stashak. I didn't know who he was. Wasn't expecting much from him. His overall went up to 73. He turned it around towards the end of the year. He had a terrible start, if I recall correctly. He only had 14 appearances. 5-0, 17 and 3rd innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, 3.63 ERA, 1.10 WHIP. I mean, those are fine. .2 WAR. Interesting contract. We have him under contract until 2024, but he's going to be under team control until 2025. He's happy. Yeah, very just meh numbers. Is what it is, whatever. Tyler Duffy was another surprise here. He got his overall up to 81, went gold. I didn't know he was on the team. Didn't expect him to be as good as he was, but he was great. He was insanely great, for that matter. 54 appearances, 7-2, 7 saves, 5 blown, 15 holds. 60 and 1/3 innings pitched. Struck out 76, a 1.4 ERA and a .80 WHIP. Very great out of the bullpen. Pitching WAR of 1.9. Worth the money. Got another year of arbitration. He's satisfied. He should be getting a bigger contract. I agree with him. Very happy with him. Taylor Rogers did not start off good. He had a terrible start to the year. Him and Trevor May. At least Rogers was able to turn it around, but not before I bumped him down to the setup spot. He was no longer my closer. But his overall went up to 88. He's diamond. And he had 45 appearances, 32 saves, 3 blown saves, 7 holds, at 1 loss. 40 and 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 60. 2.43 ERA, .91 WHIP. He did turn out to be pretty damn dependable. Good numbers, 1.4 WAR. Worth the money, I'd say. Another year of arbitration before he's a free agent. He's satisfied. Wishes he was our closer, but kind of got bumped out of that role for Ken Giles, who deservedly so. Ken Giles should have been a closer. He's better. So overall went up to 90. He's diamond. I don't know what his numbers were when I traded for him, but I know they were really damn good, and his numbers to end the year are really damn good. 53 appearances, 2-1, 39 saves, 2 blown saves, 4 holds. 49 2/3 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts, 1.45 ERA, .89 WHIP. Amazing out of the bullpen, especially in the closer role. 1.3 WAR. Worth the trade, worth the money. Good rental, and he's happy. Likes the team, so that was awesome. Homer Bailey. Homer Bailey is a strange one to me. Hold on. Okay, Homer Bailey, he goes overall up to 79. Almost went gold, and I think he kind of deserves to be gold. He had a good year, like a really good year. Kind of faltered out towards the end because the game kept relegating him to the bullpen when I didn't want him to be in there. He also, I believe, did he throw a no-hitter? I think I had a no-hitter opportunity with him. I don't remember. 28 appearances, 22 starts, 15 and 5. He pitched 170 innings. He hasn't done that since the early part of the 2010s. Struck out 146, 4.24 ERA, which is down, and his lowest since 2014. And that's I think mostly due to the fact that he got put in the bullpen. He was very good for a while. He was a very solid number 3 or 4 guy or 5 guy. 1.36 WHIP. It's like these aren't ideal numbers necessarily, but his age, I'm fine with it. 2.5 WAR. I'm gonna saying he's worth the money because he had a good start to the year. He's ecstatic, loves his role, loves the contract, loves the team performance. Who wouldn't? Tyler Clippard. Clippard's an interesting one too because his overall went down to 73, but he was great. Like, he was really good. 40 appearances, 7-2, 4 blown saves, 9 holds, 47 innings pitched. He struck out 58 guys. 1.53 ERA and a .85 WHIP. That's deadly. 1.3 WAR. Worth every penny. He's ecstatic, and I'm happy for him. Does he have any rings? He's been around for 11 years. I don't know. He's moved around a lot the last few years. Traded in 2015, 16, and 17. And then different team 18, 19, and 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different teams he's been on. I think he was back in New York for NBC at times, but regardless, he's got a ring. Jake Odorizzi. Odorizzi was kind of a disappointment. I was expecting better from him. Didn't realize he was like 40. Thought he was younger than that. Jake Odorizzi got his overall to 86, and he went diamond, but his numbers don't really reflect that. Like, he wasn't bad, per se, but he had a rough start as well. And, like, I was expecting Barrios and Odorizzi to be definitely Barrios number 1, Odorizzi number 2, and then maybe I'd have to trade for some back end of the rotation guys, but Odorizzi ended up being one of those back end of the rotation guys. 32 starts, went 19-4, 216 innings pitched. I didn't realize he's been around for so long. Struck out 246, which is nice. That's career high. 3.96 ERA is a little high. 1.20 WHIP is all right. That's fine. 4.8 WAR. Like, he's fine, but could have been better. I don't know about that contract, but it is what it is. He's ecstatic. Loves his team role. Loves his contract. Loves the team performance. This kid, though, Jordan Balazovic. Balazovic. I'm going to stick with Balazovic. Whatever. Called him up, so he didn't even get the full year in, but he got his overall all the way up to 84. He's A potential. He's only 21. This kid's going to be a stud, at least in this game and in like future sims. Got his overall up to 84, went gold, and is teetering onto diamond. I think he deserves it. Had a rough ending to the year, but he was great for the most part and then killed it in the postseason. He's 21 years old, too, so he's going to get a lot better. 19 starts, he went 10-3, 128 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 173. ERA was a little high, 4.20. WHIP was league average at 1.3. That's fine. WAR of 4.3. Look how much money he's making. He made $100,000 this year. That's fucked. We have him under team control till 2026. He's satisfied, though. He already wants $1 million contract, which he definitely deserves. So I'm very happy with his performance. Luis Castillo got his overall up to 94, went diamond, became one of the best attribute-wise, overall-wise, pitchers in the game. He was kind of shaky at times for me. But overall, I'd say he was worth the trade. I needed that solidification in the rotation. 35 starts, he went 19-7, 236 1/3 innings pitched, 281 strikeouts, so those were there. The ERA, 3.54, a little high for what I would have wanted for him. 1.24 WHIP, though, that's about fine. Pitching WAR, 5.2, worth the contract. Team control for 2 more years, so that's why the trade is even better, because he's going to get better, and he's going to be amazing, and we have 2 more years of arbitration for him before he can walk in free agency. He's ecstatic, and so am I. And then Jose Barrios, who I think is going to get the Cy Young, got his overall up to 89, went diamond. He was insanely good for me, and he had somewhat of a slow start, by the way, to start the year. But he really turned it around. 30 starts, he went 20-3, 221 1/3 innings pitched, struck out 233, 2.36 ERA, 1.01 WHIP. Those are great numbers. Pitching WAR 7.1. Got another year of arbitration before he walks free agency, and he's satisfied. So he could have had a higher overall too if he got the boost from here. If the contract weighed that down. That's fine though. Pitching was overall very solid. On to the position players. I need to look at this message I just got sent. Oh, I just saw that already. Okay, so this kid is an interesting one here too. 30 years old. Okay, I didn't realize he was already 30. Super utility player, could play every position except for center field and catcher. First, second, third, short, left, right. Decent contact hitter, solid fielder. Not much more to say besides that. Guy's overall up to 69. 62 games, I should say. Took it, whatever. 60 hits and 232 at bats for a 259 average. This is a bench player. 10 home runs, 33 RBIs. Fits in the bomb squad a little bit as a bench player. You know, not hitting too many at bats. Still at 32 home runs. That's solid. Good for a WAR off the bench of -0.1. Wow. I'd say he's worth the contract. He's unhappy though. He wants to platoon, but he didn't. You're not gonna platoon in a lineup like this. Let's be real. Alex Avila, backup catcher. Does he finally have a ring? Yeah, he never had a ring before. It looks like. Veteran, probably gonna. I don't know if he's gonna retire. But I'd imagine he will. He's 33. I didn't realize he was only 33. I thought he was older than that. Okay. So, sorry, I had to put something in there. So, yeah, his overall went down to 73. He can still field a solid amount. And he's got a little bit of pop against righties. But overall, he's definitely hitting the decline on the back of his career. Maybe he'd retire. I don't know. I didn't realize he was only 33, like I said. But he just doesn't really have much more to offer anymore. As my backup catcher, though, 197 at bats through 51 games. He got 53 hits, 11 home runs, 36 RBIs, stole 2 bags, 269 average. As a backup catcher, 2.5 WAR. As a backup catcher on this team, I'm fine with that. That's pretty solid. Worth the contract. He's angry though. Wants to be an everyday player, and he's on the bench. But I mean, dude, you're playing behind Mitch Garver. What the fuck do you expect? That contract, I don't think you're worth $6 million. Maybe 5, but I don't know. He's probably gonna walk in free agency because he's angry. But I'm satisfied with him. He's fine. Marwin Gonzalez. Marwin Gonzalez, super utility, can play everywhere but center field and catcher. First, second, third, short, left, and right. Short being his main position. Okay. So Marwin Gonzalez was my starting second baseman until I traded for Jonathan Scope. Not that Marwin was bad. 79 overall, okay fielder, okay hitter, you know, solid contact hitting, a little bit of power. But a guy who can play all those positions, I feel like he was better off on the bench because then he could just fill in anywhere as necessary. Same with Airy. I don't know how to say the kid's name. But if there was, I should have focused on just pitching with this team, but I wanted to just fill that one hole that didn't have a huge bat in it, and that was second base. Because that was actually Luis Arias was supposed to be the second baseman. And while he's a contact hitter, I wanted power because that's what this team is. So I put Marwin in because Marwin had more power, but he wasn't getting the job done. Not that he was bad, though. 108 games played, he had 111 hits, 12 home runs, 49 RBIs, 287 average, stole 8 bags, 287 average. Good for a WAR at second slash bench of 3.8. You know, I'm fine with that. You got a second ring. Again, these are my bench guys putting up these numbers, so not even like bottom of the lineup guys, bench guys. I don't think he's worth the contract. Not happy that he's on the bench and not platooning, but he's definitely liking his money. Not that I blame him. So yeah. Oh. speaking of Luis Arias. I wanted to use him more because I feel like the kid can definitely develop into a decent power hitter too. Obviously, contact is going to be his main thing, but I think he can get the power up. But he's not there now, and for 1 year things like this, I can't really just focus on guys developing. He's an okay fielder, great contact hitter, just doesn't have the power, and that's what I wanted with this team. He got his overall up to 78. He's only 22, so his overall is going to definitely get past the diamond level at some point. I'm sure of that. 48 games played, 44 hits, 6 home runs, 30 RBIs, 2 stolen bags, 355 average. OPS above 1, granted small sample size, but good for WAR, 1.7 on the bench. I mean, look, he's got team control till 2025. He's got time. He's going to be good. I'm sure he's always satisfied. He's not happy with his team role or his contract, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. Now we get to the big guns, though. Now that the bench is out of the way. And I wish Jake Cave was here because I know he had at least double-digit home runs, but that's besides the point. Nelson Cruz. Definitely see him retiring, maybe, actually. I don't want to say definitely because he's on a huge decline, but at the same time, his numbers are still good. Another year of this fast of a decline, though, and he's definitely going to be done. The only reason I say he might retire is because he's got the ring, but he definitely showed that he's got it in the tank. Still, 71, his overall went down to 71. 13 years in the bigs, 39 years old. This was probably a career year for him, though, for the most part. 154 games at DH, he had 186 hits, 49 home runs, 145 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, because why not? 306 average, and OPS just above 1 at 1.003. Good for WAR at DH of 9. Oh, that's innings. Whoops. Good for WAR at DH at 6.5. So, I was going to say, what the fuck? That was weird. If it weren't for the fact that he's a DH, I'd say these are MVP numbers. They're still MVP numbers, don't get me wrong, but people don't like to give DH as MVPs. As for his career, if he goes 1 more year, maybe 2, he can crack 500 home runs, I'm sure. He'll crack 2,000 hits, and he'll crack 1,400 RBIs, probably. And then career WAR would probably be above 50. I don't see him going into the Hall of Fame because of the steroids, though, unless they get really lenient on that. Like, well, not really lenient, but, like, I don't know. Like, certain guys that have done it, like, I think Barry Bonds should still be in the Hall of Fame. I think steroid-era guys are... because it was such a thing then. Like, if you got busted for steroids in 2020, I don't think you deserve it, period. But the steroid-era guys, I think, deserve it because it was such an impact on the game all around. Like, everyone was doing it. Not that that's an excuse, but it is a big part of baseball history. Cruz is borderline because he came up in Milwaukee as a September call-up in 05. And then he, you know, like, so the mid-2000s when it was still, like, sort of there, but not entirely. So I don't know. Even then, like, I think he would need the 500 home run mark to be considered with the steroids. Without the steroids, he's very good in the steroid department, I think. Because, like, you use steroids, so you need to be better than that. Because you look at guys like Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols, or the biggest one that didn't use steroids, Kenny Griffey Jr., the numbers they put up without using. You know, and you look at guys that did use that, you know, should be in, like Bonds, because he's top. A-Rod is... I don't know. I'm going to shut up about the topic, actually, and just keep going. Jonathan Scope. Jonathan Scope was an interesting trade. He got his overall up to 84 and went gold. I got a snap video to open. Okay, so Scope was interesting. He got his overall up to 84, and he's borderline diamond, and I think he might, at this rate, he would probably get it for like 1 year. Solid fielder, solid hitter, can definitely hit against lefties. I don't remember what his numbers were when I traded for him, but 133 games, he had 163 hits, 29 home runs, 89 RBIs, 2 stolen bags, a 309 average. Fit right in on this team. This is my bottom of the lineup. This is my number 8 or 9 hitter, hitting 29 home runs, 89 RBIs. Good for a WAR 4.3, worth the trade, worth the contract money. He's satisfied, so am I. Byron Buxton. Buxton's a huge surprise. Got his overall up to 89, went diamond. Great fielder, impressive, amazing speed, and his hitting got better. And he had a fucking career. This is my leadoff guy, who is known strictly as like a speed guy, getting 182 hits, 34 doubles, 13 triples, 26 home runs, 87 RBIs, 45 stolen bases, 304 average. Good for a WAR in center field at 9.3. I'd argue that Buxton might, you know, if MVPs weren't so offensively glorified, which obviously that's the big thing, and I understand why. When you factor in the 45 stolen bases, his fielding ability, I'm sure his fielding was great. What's his fielding percentage? Yeah, great. 1 error all year. A lot of solid amount of assists too. I'd argue he's definitely top 10 for MVP. Absolutely, this year has to be top 10 for MVP. Worth the contract money for sure. He's got 1 more year of team control. He's satisfied. That's the thing. Imagine if his contract were better, then his overall would have been in the 90s. Miguel Sano. Oh, I'm going to have to go through and figure out how many home runs I have as a team, too. Okay, Miguel Sano, overall up to 89. I didn't realize he could play left or right field. I didn't want him anywhere besides third base, though, because his fielding is only 54. So granted, he's got a good arm. Between him and Donaldson, though, I'd rather him be at third, because Donaldson has better fielding, so he can take the secondary position hit and not struggle like Sano would, having a fielding under 50. And then the arm, anyways. But Sano, overall up to 89, went diamond. Talk about big improvements in the hitting department, too. Got his contact against lefties up a lot. His power is already there. And he had an amazing year. Like, I'm going to have so many guys that are MVP contenders. 131 games, 144 hits, 41 home runs, 98 RBIs. It's kind of low for the RBIs considering how many home runs. But regardless, 292 average, OPS of 1.005. Good for WAR at mostly third base at 5.5. Worth that money. Worth the entire contract, I'd say. We got him for 2 more years. He's ecstatic. He says he should be getting less money. Fuck you. You deserve more, bitch. I'm just playing. And he's only 26, so he's going to get a little bit better. Mitch Garver, also insanely good. 85 is overall, went up to diamond. He's 29 years old. He's got room to get better, too. Okay fielder. Not the best fielding catcher, but it is what it is, because he's got the bat. That's all that matters. Secondary position at first base, too, so you don't always have to have him behind the plate. But the bat was there for sure. 122 games, 153 hits, 37 home runs, 128 RBIs, 3 stolen bags, because why not? 326 average, OPS of 1.031. Good for a WAR behind the dish of 8.3. Fucking insane. Worth the money, 2 more years arbitration. He's satisfied, and this could be a lot. He's a star who could have a much better contract and be ecstatic. These numbers are disgusting. These are, like, Oh my god, just disgusting. In a good way. Eddie Rosario, overall up to 91. He's diamond and one of the best in the game now at this point. Solid fielder, good arm, solid bat. Needs to work on his power against lefties a little bit, but he did that. But he can still hit lefties. He's got the contact at least. 137 games, 166 hits, 33 home runs, 93 RBIs, 309 average. Good for a WAR in left field of 5.6. Worth the money. Hopefully he comes back to this team. Seems to like it. He's ecstatic. Seems to like it here. So, yeah, Eddie Rosario. I'm going to save Donaldson for last because I think he was the best on the team. Jorge Polanco got his over up to 87. Diamond. Solid fielder. Decent speed. Great hitter. 207 hits out of the number 2 spot in the lineup. 48 doubles. 24 home runs. 95 RBIs. 13 stolen bases. 340 average. Good for a WAR of 7.4. Worth the money. Got 3 more years of him. Worth every penny. He's ecstatic. So am I. Max Kepler got his overall up to 86. He's diamond. Great fielder. Great hitter. What more can you say? 136 games. 147 hits. 23 home runs. 83 RBIs. 288 average. Good for a WAR out in right field of 3.7. Worth that money. Worth the contract. We got him for 3 more years. He's happy. So am I. Best on the team, though. Josh Donaldson, JD. Got his overall up to 93. Went back to the Diamond Club. And one of the best, period. Great fielder. Great hitter. Definitely probably my pick for MVP this year. 206 hits. We cracked the 200 hit club. 42 home runs. We cracked the 40 home run club. 134 RBIs. 100 RBI club. Or stolen bases, because why not? 347 average. That's not probably the batting title, but probably top 3. OPS of 1.043. Good for a WAR at first base of 10.7. If Josh Donaldson were a center fielder who put up these numbers, we're talking about top 3 highest WARs of all time. Josh Donaldson, worth every penny of that contract. We got him for 3 more years. And the crazy part, too, is he's like in the middle right now. Like his overall went up, and some of his attributes improved, but some of them also went down. He's 34 years old. So looking at Donaldson, if he hit his peak a little bit earlier on in life, I'd say he's on a Hall of Fame pace. 2 MVPs now. He's got his ring. I'm sure he's gonna win the MVP. The only person who probably beat him is Barrios, maybe Cruz, but he had a better year this year than he did in his 2015 MVP year. So I think he deserves it. Again, if he either can ride this for another 4 to 5 years, or if he hit his peak earlier, or if he hit his prime earlier, not his peak. If he hit his peak later, like if his prime lasted longer and then he peaked later in life, I think he's Hall of Fame potential. If he goes another 4 or 5 years at this pace, he'll be close to the 2,000 hit club. He'll be close to the 500 home run club. Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very dependent. What's his career WAR? After this 10.7 years, only 34.3. So I don't know. We'll see. Definitely going Donaldson for World Series MVP and postseason MVP. And regular season MVP for that matter. Just going to sweep the MVP categories. Barrios for Cy Young. Hopefully he doesn't win MVP. I don't think he deserves it. Game might give him to him anyways. It's continuing franchise. Definitely a bunch of Silver Sluggers. I want to take a look at the calendar though. I want to take a look at our regular season because we had some long win streaks that I want to look at here. Let's see. So, taking a look here. Looks like we had a solid win streak here in April. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 game win streak there. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak there. The big one is right around game 80, so the halfway point. So I think it's this here after the Houston loss. But before the Houston loss, we had a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 game win streak. After the Houston loss, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, this is definitely it. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, All-Star break, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 game win streak. We had a 23 game win streak before Arizona finally snapped that. and we had to sit off for 4 days for the Derby, the All-Star break. So, what a 23-game win streak. We had some more here. Another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12-game win streak there in the month of August. In September, 2, 4, 6, 7-game win streak. And then we swapped the postseason. And, 5-game win, 3-game win, or 3-run, not game. But, like, we had a 20-0. We had at least one blowout each series. Game 3 against the Indians. Game 3 against the Astros. Game 4 against the Dodgers. So, Dodgers actually gave it, like, the Indians didn't really ever threaten us. The Astros did in Game 1. And then in Game 4 a little bit. But the Dodgers in Game 1 and 2, and 3 to an extent, had us. Game 4 just blew the doors open. Let's take a look at our awards. Ooh, Miguel Sano World Series MVP. 437 average, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. Alright, that's fine. Kepler gets postseason MVP. I think that's kind of bullshit. Well, then again, it's just the LCS MVP at the same time. It's weird how this award works. Sometimes it's the actual postseason MVP, like it says there. Other half the time, it's the LCS MVP. So, I can see that because while Donaldson did have better numbers postseason-wise, so he would deserve postseason MVP. If we're talking just ALCS, yeah, Kepler was insane in that series. Silver Sluggers for the outfield. I didn't have any. So Rosario, Buxton, and Kepler, none of them even finished top 3. It's kind of surprising, but at the same time, I guess it's the only. I mean, maybe Stanton didn't belong, but I guess maybe my outfielders didn't really do that good compared to the other guys. It was well-rounded. Polanco finished 3rd at shortstop, which, yeah, I guess 10 more home runs and almost 20 more RBIs, sure. 3rd base. Donaldson finished 2nd to Bregman, even though Donaldson should have gotten it for 1st base. Whatever. 2nd base, Scope finished 2nd. 1st base, wow, I'm surprised. Garver is my only Silver Slugger for the 2nd straight year at catcher. He won it. Cruz finished 3rd at DH. Gold Gloves. I'm probably not going to get any Gold Gloves. Rosario finished 2nd in left field. Donaldson got number 1. See, that's bullshit. Donaldson should not be the Gold Glove at 3rd base. He should be at 1st base if he deserves it. Moreland got it first. Cool. Vasquez got it. Catcher. Cool. Gold Glove pitcher. Hank Aaron Award. Didn't get the Hank Aaron Award. Jordan Balazovic got Rookie of the Year, which is nice. I think he definitely deserves that. That's cool. Reliever of the Year. Ken Giles. Nice. Deserved. Batting title went to JD Martinez. Wow. Donaldson finished 3rd. Cy Young. Zach Greinke. Oh, and you know what? Maybe he deserves it. 25 wins. 233 strikeouts. And yeah, I think I'm okay conceding that to him. What I'm not okay with is Castillo finishing above Barrios. And most MVP, Yordan Alvarez. That's bullshit. I don't think. In real life, there's a DH bias, so I feel like there should be in the game. If there wasn't a real life DH bias, yeah, maybe Yordan Alvarez deserves it. But I think, regardless, I think Donaldson deserves a bigger nod than he got. So, like, no awards, really. I'm kind of surprised by that. Really quick, I do want to figure out how many home runs we had as a team, though. So, I need to go to here. And then go to here. Oh, I can, where's Jake Cave? There he is. Jake Cave had 13 home runs, 41 RBIs, too, for that matter. Just throwing that out there. 60 hits. Good for a WAR on the bench of 2.5. So, I'm happy with him. So, yeah, let's go through and, how many home runs did we hit as a team? How many did Cave hit? I'll start with him, since he was the one that got sent down. Jake Cave had 13 home runs. Okay. MLB roster. So 13 home runs for Jake Cave. 10 home runs there. I'll go this way. Oh, shit. 13, 10. 49 home runs for Cruz. 11 for Avila. 6 for Arias. 12 for Marwin. I don't know how many Scope had. I'll just put him down for 10. Garver at 37. Kepler at 23. Blanco at 24. Sano at 41. Buxton at 26. No pitchers at home runs. Rosario at 33. Donaldson at 42. And that'll do it. Yep. So 337 home runs. So we broke the record that the Twins set last year by 30. It's insane. Okay. So that's going to do it for the Twins. First favorite done. Up next is, I believe, the Braves? Braves are next. Up next for the Braves, I am looking forward to making some pitching improvements. Sort of. Like Soroka's fine. Fultonevich, I think, is fine. We might have to add some pitchers. That whatever. Maybe Felix Hernandez can be okay. I'd love to have him send off with a ring. Or have a prove me contract and then have a few more years. Maybe improve the bullpen a little bit. I know Shane Green's on this team and he's fine. I think they have Will Harris as well. I can't remember. I think Will Anson too. I don't know if he's on this team or Washington. Lineup though is definitely going to be fun. Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Markakis. Who else? I'm saving the big one for last, I know. I can't think of who else on the team. But, oh, what's his name? Darno. Wasn't Darno good last year? I think he was good last year. And then, obviously, Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Last but not least, opening up any packs that I got between the start and end of my Twins run, which probably won't be a lot, considering how quickly I did this one. Okay. I'm not touching these ones still because I don't know what to do with them, except for this one. Is this a choose? Choose one gold live series player. Fuck it. I'll do that one. Trey Turner, Roberto Ozuna, Max Muncy, or Hyunjin Ryu, which I already have, so it's one of these three. Turner's great for speed. Ozuna's a scumbag. And Muncy's good for power. I'm going to go Trey Turner, so he could be my pinch runner, potentially. Okay. Twins, 2 bronze, 2 silver. Travis Blankenhorn, Tyler Clippard, Marwin Gonzalez, and Tyler Duffy. Okay. 3-team affinity packs. I'm got a diamond in what feels like forever. I know it's been forever, actually. Anthony Baboom. Interesting name there. Yoshihashi Hirano. Jose Peraza. Alright, and then I got 3 regular packs. There's a very small chance I start the Braves tonight. Very small. What time is it right now? 2:30? Yeah, small chance. Very small. I never had any of my drink after I got it, too, so it's just been sitting here. Let's get iced tea. Trent Grisham, one last pack. Kike Hernandez, cool. I didn't know how to pronounce Kike Hernandez's name. I also didn't know his first name was Enrique. So at one point, I believe on stream for that matter, I kept calling him a bad name. Like a slang term against Jewish people. And I very much regret that because I just straight up didn't know that was his name. And I thought that was just so fucking unfortunate. Like, how do you get a name like that? But that's besides the point. I'm done here. Till the Braves.